In this video, I'm going to be eating some soy creamy non-dairy frozen dessert cherry chocolate chip. This thing is fire. I got this for like $3.99 at Trader Joe's. I usually don't really buy vegan ice creams because that shit is like super expensive. Have you heard of Ben & Jerry's? That thing is like $89 for like a small little pint. I don't think so. I'm eating this for dinner because I tried to make some fried tofu and that didn't work. So I wanted to give you some tips on how to stay vegan, okay? At work, I've been getting a lot of, oh, I can't do this, I can't do this, I don't know how you do it. I've always wanted to try it, but it just seems so hard. I love chicken, I love meat. Okay, let me tell you, girlfriend, let me tell you how I started. Here's tip number 1, do your research. When you do your research, I feel like you understand why you're doing it. A lot of people go into it thinking, I gotta take this huge part of the food pyramid out of my diet. That's why they're not successful at it, because they don't understand why they're doing it. When you do your research and you watch multiple videos, you get more educated on it, and your reasoning to why you want to take that part of the food pyramid out of your diet gets stronger, so it gets easier to say no to things. For example, if you love chicken and then you haven't seen all the videos on chicken and what they do to them before it hits the plate, you're not going to be okay with taking it out of your diet, because you're going to be like, oh, you know, chicken's healthy, now I have to take it out of my diet because I'm trying this vegan thing. Okay, so go do your research, watch a bunch of documentaries. One of my favorites is Forks Over Knives. Everybody's watching What the Health right now. If you want to watch that, go ahead, watch What the Health. I mean, I watched part of What the Health. I mean, it's cool, but I really like Forks Over Knives. Forks Over Knives really just shows one man's story, how he had like 30 medications, and then after he plant-based his diet, he only had like 2 or something like that. So I would recommend to watch Forks Over Knives. And you can watch What the Health too if you want. That's trending, so go ahead, do that. Bottom line, educate yourself, watch a bunch of videos. There's plenty of other things in the world to eat. So I think if you just say, oh, there's nothing to eat, I think that's just an excuse. If you want to say that, then maybe you shouldn't be vegan, because you're not going to succeed with that attitude. But tip number 2, make sure you get enough calories in, eat enough, eat a lot. The whole point of veganism is to eat large amounts of food that are good for you. They're really good for you. It digests well in the body, so if it digests well, it's going to digest faster. Therefore, hint, you're going to have to eat more. A lot of people ask me what I eat, and they ask me, is this vegan? And they can't differentiate between healthy and vegan, because then I'll hit them with, oh, Oreos are vegan, and they'll be like, oh, no way, so I can eat Oreos? No, what I tell people when they're starting is eat from the ground. If you have a question on whether or not this is vegan or if it's healthy and you don't have anyone to answer, ask yourself, how close is it from the ground? As in, how many hands have been through it? An Oreo is vegan, but is it healthy? No, because it's been through a lot of hands, it's been through a lot of machinery, it's processed, it's not good for you. The closer it is to the ground, the healthier it'll be. For example, like potatoes, carrots, beans, you get what I'm saying, right? There was this period of time where I was just eating potatoes, so many potatoes. I was stuffing myself with potatoes, and I remember I stepped on that scale and I lost 8 pounds. Eat a lot, don't be afraid of calories. Calories are good for you as long as they're the right calories. If you have like a lot of crappy calories, it's not going to digest well. But if you have a lot of good calories, it's just going to go through you, because it's a plant and it's supposed to. Tip number 3, eat more plants. Shift your mindset from depriving yourself from meat or depriving yourself from a food group and just eat more plants. Let me explain. A lot of people go into veganism feeling like they're depriving themselves of protein, depriving themselves of meat. Like, they just miss it so much because they're taking something out of their diet, therefore it's like a negative. But if you just ignore the fact that you're taking something out and just focus on eating more of something else, it'll be a lot easier. For example, if every night you eat beans, rice, and chicken, okay? To start off, I would say don't take out the chicken and don't focus on taking out the chicken. Just eat more beans and rice, because naturally, if you eat more of something else, you're gonna eat less of whatever else is on your plate. Does that make sense? So we want to shift our mindset from looking at it as a negative thing, as taking something out of our diet and looking at it in a way where we're eating more of something else, so naturally we're just going to eat less of the other thing. You'll naturally eat less chicken if you just focus more on eating more plants and less on eating less of a food group. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, let me know. Tip number 4, set your standards low. Set your standards low. Don't go into it and saying, oh, I'm gonna eat vegan for like a month. That does not work. When I first started out, I was thinking to myself, this is like the greatest thing ever. Like, everyone has to do this. I was just telling people how I've been vegan for like a month. They would be like, oh no, that sounds so hard, blah, blah, blah. I started to not tell them how great it is and really just let them experience it for themselves. I wouldn't tell them that I've gone vegan for a month. I would just tell them, you should try it, you know, try it for a meal. And every time I would say that to someone, they were more likely to try it themselves because it seemed like an option. So it didn't seem too hard. I would suggest that they try it for a meal, and then they would try it for like a whole rest of the day, and then a day became 3 days, and etc, etc. I feel like the same psychology works on yourself. If you go into something requiring yourself to succeed at it the first time, it's not gonna work. You have to set your standards low and slowly build the confidence to be able to do this. If you go into it thinking you're gonna eat vegan fully for a month, most likely you're not gonna succeed because you're going into it with such high standards and little room for mistakes. So what I would recommend is honestly just trying it out for a meal or two, whenever you want, like at your pace. People are doing it for like a month and like years and stuff. Like, don't mind them, just try it for a day or even a meal, and then see how you feel, and then decide after that meal if you want to try it again. If you want to try it again, great. If you don't want to try it again, cool. So 4, yeah, set your standards low, have multiple small goals that you can slowly attain and build the confidence for so that you can continue. Tip number 5, buy in bulk. Okay, so when you buy in bulk, it's a lot less likely that you'll fall off, just because when you buy in bulk, you have it at home, you'll have the food laying around, so you'll see it, so you'll cook with it, etc, etc. Things that I like to buy in bulk that are really cheap are potatoes. A 10-pound, yes, I said 10 pound. A 10-pound bag of potatoes at Superior is $1.98 right now. Like, when I saw that shit, I was like, what? Is this correct? I thought it meant like $1.98 a pound. No, homie, it was $1.98 for the entire 10 pounds. You can literally feed like a homeless shelter with like fries with that. When I go to the grocery store, I like to get potatoes. I like to get bananas. Bananas are really good because you can make multiple things out of them. You can make banana smoothies. You can put it in your smoothies. You can make fried bananas. What I like to do is I wait till it gets ripened and I freeze them and make banana ice cream. Banana is really quick to just take on the go. What else is there? Rice. I love me some rice. Rice is so good. So, buy you some rice. The big thing of rice is, I don't know how much because I've just always had rice in my family. I don't know how much rice is. I don't buy rice because rice is always there. Oatmeal, like the Quaker Oats thing. Oh, and I also like to buy Clif Bars. Clif Bars are just so convenient. They don't rot or anything, so I just grab a bunch and I put it in my car, so if I ever get hungry or like an emergency happens, I just munch on that. Clif Bars, and then what else is there? Another thing that I like to tell myself, I mean, you gotta put some effort into this. It's not gonna be like super easy, but it's not super hard too. You just have to shift your mind from the habit of grabbing the ingredients you've been ingrained to grab for like as long as you've been living. You get me? Because you've grown up eating a certain way. Of course, it's gonna be a little bit more difficult to start eating something else. Put a little bit of effort. I'm not telling you put a lot of effort, put a little bit of effort. Tip number 6, don't make excuses. When it comes to excuses, when it comes to yourself and excuses, breakfast is the most important part of the day. What I would tell myself is, if I have enough time to pull out the toaster and toast bread or whatever, I have enough time to rush and throw a bunch of, you know, frozen fruit in a smoothie and just click a button. It's the same thing, it's just a matter of mindset. Do you want to get it done, or you want to make an excuse preventing you from getting the body that you want? It's your choice. That's what I would tell myself when I wanted to skip breakfast or something. If you're gonna tell yourself you don't have time for it, like, don't lie to yourself. Just say you don't want to do it. We all have 24 hours in a day. It's just a matter of what's important to you. Tip number 7, if you're trying to save money, I wouldn't buy organic. Organic's like really expensive. I would not go to any grocery store like Ralph's. Ralph's is expensive. I don't ever go there. Don't go there. I only go there for things I need. Like, what does Ralph's have that regular supermarkets don't have? When I need like black salt or something, or like some gourmet thing, then I'll go to Ralph's. But other than that, I do not go to Ralph's. I go to my local grocery store. I go to Superior. I don't know what grocery store is around you. Support your local grocery store is what I'm saying. Support your local grocery store. It'll save you money. Everybody wins. Yeah, just don't go to Ralph's. We don't need Ralph's. Like I said, buy in bulk. If you live at home, I would recommend you using what you have at home. Like, I'm sure your parents have mainly meat ingredients and dairy ingredients, but there are other things that they cook with. Like, just kind of look, you know, flour, oats, but I'm sure they have potatoes or rice and things like that. Just take a look at what your parents have in their cupboard before you start going shopping and all that, okay? I don't know how many tips I just gave, but I hope this video helped you. I hope you guys all have a great day. I hope these tips helped you, and if they did, comment below. But if you don't have a YouTube account and you don't comment below, go add me on Snapchat and comment there so I can feel the love. I just feel so empty here. You guys don't comment or anything, but that's okay. I feel the love on Snapchat, so go to Snapchat and shout me out, give me a comment, something. Okay? I hope you guys all have a great day. Good luck if you're trying this out. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.